Hey, Scott Lara 1961 on Twitter. Scott Lara 1961 on Instagram, cruisegenius.com. Last day here, getting ready to catch my traffic tours shuttle to the Cancun airport. Now you have to keep in mind Riviera Maya, Grand Palladium, Riviera Maya / Terra Yucatan's about an hour and a half, 2-hour ride. And they've had construction on the 307 highway. So, you know, back in the day, maybe you could get here an hour 15, hour 30. But with the construction, man, you gotta take extra time. So I wanna review a couple things. Number one, traveling with families. Let me say this just to say it. When you travel solo, it is so much easier, right? I'm hot, I'm cold, where's my lipstick? Where's this, where's that? And so when you're just by yourself, I mean, you're just dealing with your own preferences and concerns and stuff. You know, if you're hot, you know, you've got your sweater. If you're cold, you take your sweater off, whatever. You know, just give me an example, like on the plane, right? And in the airport, it gets really cold. So I have my little pullover sweater that I use. It works really well. But when you are with the wife and kids, and I got a very close friend, got a little almost 2-year-old and like a 13-year-old and or 12-year-old and like a 10-year-old. Play pad, iPad, neck thing, take off your shoes. And so when you're going with a family, it makes it really more challenging, is what I'm trying to say. So for you solo travelers out there, yeah, like lately when I've been traveling here to the resorts, it's just been me, and it makes it really easy just to, you know, and then for example, if you're traveling with someone, you know, someone else, you know, you're trying to be kind and nice and everything and considerate. You know, I really do my best to be considerate when, for example, like my friend Rocky and I went on the Groove Cruise together, and my friend Tom and I went on the Blake Shelton Cruise together. So, you know, when you have someone you're kind of compatible with and mutual respect and stuff, but, you know, sometimes it can be kind of hard when you're traveling. It just depends on who you're going with. I read somewhere that, over here at the White Sand Pool, I read somewhere that before you get married to somebody, you should travel with them, because then you can understand how patient they are, how impatient they are, and how they act under stressful situations. For example, let's say you got Susie, and hey, you know, she's dating Eddie. So they maybe go camping, or maybe they go on a cruise, or maybe they go to a resort, and Eddie's considerate and nice and he's patient, and Susie's watching Eddie every moment. You know, hey, you know, he's being kind, he's tipping the waiters, he gave me my sweater, and he carried my lipstick for me in his pocket. You know, now Susie's got to know Eddie's a considerate guy in these stressful situations where the real Eddie comes out. Let's say there's Brandy. We got Brandy with Tyler. So Tyler goes, come on, Brandy. Let's go to X. Let's go to Paris. Brandy, let's go to Paris. We're just gonna propose to her, right? Under the Eiffel Tower. So Brandy and Tyler. Brandy's a little, you know, wound up, and she's a little, you know, trying to be a little princess, and she's demanding, and she rolls her eyes, and she's upset. She's tapping her foot. She's, hey, come on, let's go, let's go. And Tyler's gonna realize right then, maybe he's not gonna propose to her, because if that's the way when she's traveled, that's the real person. And see, that's the thing about dating. And a friend of mine and I talk about this all the time, about bait and switch. You know, the lady's putting her makeup on, she's on her best behavior. Certainly the guy's on his best behavior, where, you know, the guy's gonna like sits there and just waits for the next word to come out of her mouth. Oh, yes. You know, but again, for the man, you gotta understand it's about the chase, right? If it's the deer, if it's the car, if it's the job, if it's the iPhone 13. When the man finally attains it, he's moving on to the next thing. Now, I'm not saying that once he marries Caitlin, now he's going to be looking for Cookie. And then when he, is with Cookie, then he's looking for Summer. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everyone needs to realize what the deal is. And that's why I think Marty and I have been married for 37 years, because we went to Engagement Encounter. There's a couple-day event, and they had these different classes. How many times you gonna have sex during the week? Who's gonna work? Who's gonna balance a checkbook? Who's gonna do the laundry? Who's gonna keep the house? How many kids you gonna have? And all those questions get answered. Because a good friend of mine says it's about expectations. Caitlin's expecting that when her and Travis get married, Travis isn't gonna go out on Friday night and play pool or, go to wine tastings or things like that. No, he's gonna settle down. He's staying home right here with me, watching the Hallmark Channel. He's not gonna want to go out. He's gonna want to spend the rest of his life with me, doing what I want to do. So the point is about relationships, you got to lay it right out, because when people think, well, it'll all work out, it'll all get better. No, it won't. Actually, it'll get worse. I have two mentors, Dr. Phil and Gary Vaynerchuk. And Dr. Phil says people will treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Now think about that a minute. People will treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And if somebody's being mean to you or unkind or rude tone of voice, you got to say, hey, listen, man, that really hurts when you... It really hurts every day when you call me at 4:30 and say, hey, can you run by the store on the way home? No, I can't. I want to come home. I've worked all day hard, lifting plywood or mowing lawns or putting up fences or whatever the guy's done. I don't want to stop by the store. Honey, why don't you? I don't want to wait in that long line. Neither do I. So, you put your foot down. If you say, hey, honey, I'd really, come on. Why don't we think a minute, what things are you going to need during the store this week? And let me go just one time to the store. And then, because I don't want to stop by the store every night. Now, Target's got this great app. Put my mask on. Target has this great app where click, and then you just pull up and they bring this stuff out to you. So that's a good thing. Let's go over here to La Delia. I'm flying out today at 11:30. Excuse me. The van is picking me up at 11:30. So La Delia is open from 7 to 11, and then lunch is 1 to 3:30. Let's take a look. I got some friends sitting over here having breakfast. They're flying out this morning earlier than I am. So here we are. Fruit. La Delia, if you're at TRS or if you're over here at Palladium, this is the place to come. Good morning, my friend. Buenos dias. Can I have a ham and cheese omelet?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We got a lot of good food here. This stuff is all good. Morning, my friend.
Hi, my friend.
And a lot of good food here for breakfast. I gotta come over here and check in. Oh, look at that ham. French toast. The French toast has been really good. Pancakes. Everything's good. Okay, from Grand Palladium, Riviera Maya. Scott Lara 1961 on Twitter. CruiseGenius.com. Hope you all have a great day. See you back in Jacksonville.